My minister colleagues, Sri Mansukh Bhai Mandavia, Sri Dharmendra Pradhan, Chief Ministers of various states, Excellencies, distinguished guests, dear friends, I welcome you all to the Maritime India Summit 2021. That summit brings together many stakeholders relating to this sector. I am sure together we will achieve great success in boosting the maritime economy. Friends, India is a natural leader in this sector. Our nation has a rich maritime history. Civilizations flourished on our coasts. For thousands of years, our ports have been important trading centers. Our coasts connected India to the world. Friends, through this Maritime India Summit, I want to invite the world to come to India and be a part of our growth trajectory. India is very sincere about growing in the maritime sector and emerging as a leading blue economy of the world. Our leading focus area includes upgrade current infrastructure, create next generation infrastructure, boost the reform journey. Through these steps, we aim to give strength to our vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Friends, when I talk about upgrading current infrastructure, I give great importance to improving efficiency. Instead of a piecemeal approach, we focus on the entire sector as one. And the results of this are visible. The capacity of major ports, which was around 870 million tons per annum in 2014, has increased to around 1,550 million tons per annum now. This productivity gain not only helps our ports, but also boosts the overall economy by making our products more competitive. Indian ports now have measures such as direct port delivery, direct port entry, and upgraded port community system PCS for easy data flow. Our ports have reduced waiting time for inbound and outbound cargo. We are also investing heavily in development of storage facilities at the port and plug-and-play infrastructure for attracting industries to port land. The ports will promote waste to wealth through sustainable dredging and domestic recycling. We will encourage private investment in the port sectors. Friends, along with efficiency, lot of work is also happening to boost connectivity. We are integrating our ports with coastal economic zones, port-based smart cities, and industrial parks. This will anchor industrial investment and promote global manufacturing activity near ports. Friends, as far as creating new infrastructure goes, I am delighted to share that mega ports with world-class infrastructure are being developed at Vadhavan, Paradip, and Din Dayal Port in Kandla. Ours is a government that is investing in waterways in a way that was never seen before. Domestic waterways are found to be cost-effective and environment-friendly way of transporting freight. We aim to operationalize 23 waterways by 2030. We would do this through infrastructure enhancement, fairway development, navigation aids, and river information system provisioning. The Eastern Waterways Connectivity Transport Grid for regional connectivity with Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, and Myanmar will be strengthened to effective regional trade cooperation. Friends, new maritime infrastructure is a great means to boost ease of living. RoRo and RoPax projects are also significant elements of our vision of harnessing our rivers. Water drums at 16 locations are being developed to enable seaplane operations. River cruise terminal infrastructure and jetties are being developed on 5 national waterways. Friends, we aim at domestic and international cruise terminal development at selected ports through infrastructure development and enhancement by 2023. India has as many as 189 lighthouses across this vast coastline. We have drawn up a program for developing tourism in the land next to 78 lighthouses. The key objective of this initiative is to enhance development of the existing lighthouses and its surrounding areas into unique maritime tourism landmarks. Steps are also being taken to introduce urban water transport system in key states and cities such as Kochi, Mumbai, Gujarat, and Goa. Friends, like all other sectors, we are ensuring that work relating to maritime does not happen in silos. We recently made the ambit wider by renaming Ministry of Shipping and Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. The ministry will strive for excellence in maritime shipping and navigation, education and training for the mercantile marine, shipbuilding and ship repair industry, ship breakings, fishing vessels industry and floating craft industry. Friends, the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways has created a list of 400 investable projects. These projects have an investment potential of $31 billion or rupees 2.25 lakh crores. This will further strengthen our commitment of overall development of our maritime sector. Friends, the Maritime India Vision 2030 has been launched. It outlines the priorities of the government The Sagar Manthan Mercantile Marine Domain Awareness Center has also been launched today. It is an information system for enhancing maritime safety, search and rescue capabilities, security and marine environment protection. The Sagarmala project for promoting port-led development was announced by the government in 2016. As part of the program, more than 574 projects at a cost of $82 billion or 6 lakh crores have been identified for implementation during 2015 to 2035. Friends, the government of India is also focusing on the domestic shipbuilding and ship repair market. To encourage domestic shipbuilding, we approve the shipbuilding financial assistance policy for Indian shipyards. Ship repair clusters will be developed along both coasts by 2022. Domestic ship recycling industry will also be promoted to create wealth from waste. India has enacted Recycling of Ships Act 2019 and agreed to the Hong Kong International Convention. Friends, we want to share our best practices with the world, and we are open to learning from global best practices. Continuing with our focus on trade and economic linkage with the BIMSTEC and IOR nations, India plans to enhance investment in infrastructure and facilitate mutual agreements by 2026. Government of India has also initiated holistic development of island infrastructure and ecosystem. We are keen to promote the use of renewable sources of energy in the maritime sector. We are in the process of installing solar and wind-based power system at all the major ports across the country. We aim to increase usage of renewable energy to more than 60% of total energy by 2030 in 3 phases across Indian ports. Friends, India's long coastline awaits you. India's hard-working people await you. Invest in our ports. Invest in our people. Let India be your preferred trade destination. Let India ports be your port of call for trade and commerce. My best wishes to the summit. May the discussions be extensive and productive. Thank you very much.
नमस्कार, मैं हूं मानक गुप्ता। अगर आपको हमारा ये वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो इसे लाइक और शेयर जरूर करें और हां, हमें सब्सक्राइब और फॉलो करना ना भूलें ताकि आप देश और दुनिया की कोई खबर मिस ना करें। तो जुड़े रहिए हमारे साथ और देखते रहिए न्यूज़ 24।